guys, Happy New Year. This week I wanted to do, since it's the new year, I wanted to do a kind of New Year's video. And the first thing that popped into my head was to do a New Year's resolution video. Because I actually do have quite a few things that I want to either start doing or do this year. Because I kind of have been doing the same thing for because I've been going to community college, as most of you probably, or some of you probably know, because of what I've talked about in my other vlogs. I've been going to community college for like 4 years. And I kind of want things to change, or start changing at least. So yeah, I'm just gonna, I have a few different resolutions. Some of them are smaller and some of them are bigger. And I'm just gonna start, and yeah. So, one of my smaller New Year's resolutions is to finish editing one of my books and get a third draft. Because, I finished writing 3 books, 3 novels, because of NaNoWriMo. Well, then and now it wasn't because of NaNoWriMo. 2 of them are because of NaNoWriMo. But I haven't moved past that stage. So I have, all 3 of them, I have copies of them, like actual physical copies, because that's the prize that you can get for winning NaNoWriMo, finishing the 50,000 words. So, I have physical copies of those, but they're all in the editing stage, and I haven't finished the editing stage. Then and now I have a second draft. I've finished a second draft because I have a proof copy, and so I went through the whole book and I edited it and went on my computer and put in all my edits, and then I ordered another copy of it. But I've been waiting on some people to finish editing my books, and you know who you are. But yeah, there's that. So I would like to get another copy of my books, edit them, and yeah, get another copy so I can move it forward to having it finished, completely finished, so that I can start making money off of it, because my sister is making money off of it, off of her book. Actually, 2 of her books. And I haven't gotten that far yet. So, another New Year's resolution I have is just to get better at saving money. Because Disney World has actually been helping me a lot with that, because I've been having to save so much money. Like, most of my paychecks go towards Disney World. Most of them go to Disney World, and not very much of them is left for me to use. Which is fine, because, like, I don't really need to spend a bunch of money buying random useless things, which is what I usually do when I have a lot of money. I usually just go and throw it all away on stupid things. Like, I've bought, actually, if you saw my More Likely To video with Ruth, you will see that we talk about that. Yeah, I have like this big stack of games, and half of them are, I haven't played yet, but they could be really stupid. I mean, they were really cheap, but still, I spent like, I don't know how much money getting all those games because they were so cheap. So I was like, oh, but it adds up. So yeah, I'm terrible at saving money. This year, after Disney World, after Disney World is done, I plan to start putting money in my savings every paycheck that I get, and saving up for like more important things. Some things that I like really, really want, but that are really expensive. And some things that I need more, like a car. Like, I mean, I want a car, but I also need one because I can't always keep driving my parents' car. The third New Year's resolution I have is to start up the band again. If you've seen my past, any of like my first videos, I kind of briefly talked about having a band. We were called Everlasting Resonance, which I'm not sure if we're going to stick with that name or if we're going to change it at some point. I don't know. But basically, I was in a band. Still kind of am, although it's just with me and my brother now. So, yeah. Basically it was a high school band, which sometimes, actually probably more often than not, those bands don't last. At least not with the same members. But yeah, my guitarist left, who was actually the guy who I started the band with. He went to Guatemala after high school. So, and one of my best friends, Shawnee, which I will put a link to. She has a YouTube channel as well. I'll put a link to her channel in the description below. She was in my band because I went to high school with her. She played the guitar and then she played the piano as well for part of it. She kind of did both. And she also sang with me too. She did harmonies with me. If you have seen her vlogs already, she moved to California, which I think she's living in Los Angeles right now. Yeah, she's living in LA. So since she moved away, she couldn't be in the band anymore. And my drummer also left, so kind of just left me and my brother, who plays the cello. And we haven't, although we kind of are still in the band, basically, kind of, I don't know. We haven't practiced for months and months, like a few months now. We haven't practiced. So yeah, I kind of want to I just want to start that up again. And even if it's just with me and my brother, although I would like to find some more members, and try and figure that out and then start getting gigs and stuff. Yeah. So the fourth New Year's resolution is to finish writing all my unfinished books, which if you count some of the books that I have started writing that I only have like a couple chapters of, then there's a lot of books. But no, by this I mean just like I think I only have 2 books that I'm actually pretty far in. Like, I would go as far to say as I'm halfway with one of them. One of them, the one I did for Nano, I'm probably maybe a little less than halfway, because my books are really long. Yeah, I don't know. I might be less than halfway for that one. But those 2 books I want to finish. Crashed, which I've been writing for a really, 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 really long time. And this is like my 3rd version of it. And I want to finish it. I want to finally finish it. Because I'm about halfway probably, maybe a little bit more than halfway. And I did it for NaNoWriMo a couple years ago. But it's still not finished. So I would like to finish that. And then I'd also like to finish the book I did for NaNoWriMo this year. Or last year. Now. Yeah, I want to finish the one I did for NaNoWriMo this year. Which was my multiple personalities book. So I want to finish those 2 books. The 5th thing that I want to accomplish for this year, which is actually a bigger thing, yeah, is I want to transfer to a 4-year college. I want to be done with community college because I feel like I've gotten so much out of it already. I don't really know how much more I can get out of it, if anything, because I've taken all, like I've said in a past video, I've taken all the music classes that I could possibly take. I still would like to take my voice lessons with the teacher I've been taking them from, because I really like him. And I would like to stick with him for now, at least. But I kind of want to be done with community college. So this year I basically just want to figure it out at least. Figure out my plans, actually go and see a counselor, which I haven't seen a counselor at all throughout my whole community college days. I've never gone to see a counselor, which I should probably do, because I need to figure out things like what school would possibly be best, how many credits I need to get into a music program, what school has the best music program, things like that. I'm probably going to Seattle U or Seattle Pacific U, but that depends on the Japanese program and the music program. So yeah, plus which one's easiest to get into as well. The 6th thing, the 6th New Year's resolution I have is to get a car, which hopefully I will do that before the end of the summer. I'm hoping, if I can save up enough money for it. Yeah, I want to get a car. I need a car because I would like to be able to, one thing, is I would like to be able to drive down to Portland and see Megan more often than I can right now because I don't have a car. And it costs so much money to take the bus. Driving, I mean, it would cost gas, but that's it pretty much. Because depending on when I leave, I don't necessarily have to buy food. It just would cost less. Plus, I drive to church, and there are certain things I'd like to be able to drive to, because I don't like having to bus if I can't have the car. So yeah, I would like to get a car. And the final New Year's resolution that I am going to talk about is moving out. I've lived in this house all my life, and I kind of would like to move out, either by myself or with somebody, I'm not sure. I don't know. I just feel like it's time, probably. I feel like I'm ready. And even if that doesn't happen this year, it'll probably happen next year. So, if I am going to be living in Japan at some point for a little while, I would like to start small by living like a little bit away from this house. Only a little bit away from my parents, so that I can get more used to that. Yeah, I just want to be a little bit more independent. I mean, I am already pretty independent. Even though I live with my parents, I'm still, like, pretty independent. But yeah, I hope those are all my New Year's resolutions for this year. Some of them may not happen, but if they don't happen this year, they'll be my New Year's resolutions for next year. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and comment if you want to talk about your New Year's resolutions or anything like that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week with something else that I still don't know yet. So yeah, see you next week. Bye.